Sporting Dog Adventures, run, boy, run.
Was awesome.
Everything you
Good
need
boy,
is
here.
here under the sun. Everything you need is here under the sun.
The Sporting Dog Adventures podcast is proudly brought to you by Soggy Acres Retrievers. Whether you're looking for a black, yellow, or chocolate Labrador Retriever puppy, please check out our website for more information at www.soggyacres.com. You can also email Jeff at sportingdogtv@gmail.com or call 262-215-9683. And remember, everyone deserves a Soggy dog. Hey, welcome to the Whelping Box. This is the final week that we have our Augusta litter in the kennel, and we'll go over what that was like. We'll have a great tip for when you get a puppy home, and then we're going to go into our final portion of the show, which will be the importance of having your dogs up to speed before hunting season. So let's get after it. We're in the last week. The Augusta litter is going home. You're going to see a really fun video, which is the final bath video that we do with one of the puppies. It's become something that, oh gosh, we have quite the following. People love our bath videos, and we brought them back by popular demand, and now we are going to share it here on the podcast in the video that follows this part of the segment of the show. The last week of a litter, we have what we call our parasite protocol, which is where I basically go through and I work on making sure that the puppies are at their peak health prior to go home. They are seen by a vet at our facility. They're given their first set of shots, and from there, they are sent home with their families. So this last week, we go through, I worm them with Panicure every day for 5 days. They get Panazerol, which is for coccidiosis. Anicure is for Giardia, different types of worms. I have this set up so that, in essence, the puppies are going to go home parasite-free, and they will be healthy for their first vet visit, in theory. Now, why do I say in theory? Because puppies get immunity, dogs get immunity when they are exposed to things. And no matter how much of a clean or sterile environment you want to have at your house, you still have wild animals that go through the backyard. They still have their droppings that puppies love feces. They eat, they drink out of puddles, they drink out of streams, creeks, pools, all different things that dogs can drink out of. And that is where they can pick these things up. So eventually dogs are going to get these things. A lot of times we don't even know they have them because we have them on a monthly protocol of their flea and tick and their heart guard and wormers once you have them properly vetted. So it's something that in many ways you never even realize that they're going through this stuff, but they are. With that said, we finished up our parasite protocol. Our go-home day is on a Saturday. It is the first Saturday after they turn 7 weeks. We set up 1 hour blocks. People will come. People will have us explain the puppies that are in the enclosures to them, and then they ultimately have 1 hour to pick a puppy. It's funny because I will have people that will discuss how is an hour enough. Generally speaking, it takes 5 to 10 minutes for people to choose their puppy because they're cute. They find one that bonds or really attaches to them, and then they go from there. The importance of having a pick in a litter, honestly, you're going to be better off if you have a good pedigree and a great breeder that was putting out what you're looking for in a litter as opposed to picking a specific puppy. Everyone wants to have that choice to pick the magical puppy. What I've learned in 25 years is when you are working in a litter, you have what is, in essence, I call a litter dynamic. Again, when you are in a litter, you have what I call a litter dynamic, which that is you have 10 puppies in this litter. There is always going to be a puppy that was weaker, not in essence, not in the macro scale where they're weaker in their life, but they just weren't as strong of a puppy when they were born. And you will see that translate throughout their whole life. Puppies don't look out for their brothers or sisters. If you are weaker, that means you are not going to get as much food, so you're going to be smaller. If you're smaller, you get beat up on. If you get beat up on, you're shy. Kind of how it works. Ultimately, you're best off looking at the parents, looking at their temperaments, their ability, their pedigree, because that's going to show you what you have to work with once you get your puppy home. They turn into completely different animals in many ways, where they go from being the shy one to the bold one. And I saw this when I would train dogs, where I would have one that was ultimately incredibly shy. I would look at it and be like, I don't know if I'd pick that one. They would pick the puppy anyway, and I'd get it back for training, and it was just a little spitfire when you got it back, because now it was with its family. It had its own life. It had its own ability to form that personality that is similar to the parents. So again, pick the puppy out. Once we have puppies picked out, it's funny because I always tell people, hey, your job is to pick a puppy. I don't want to hear any other questions about vetting, paperwork. Just pick your puppy. That's what you need to focus on. You then go with my wife, Kate. I'm not allowed in the room because I go off on tangents about dogs and hunting and all things related to it, and get people kind of not paying attention to paperwork. So I'm excluded from the room. My wife puts you through the paperwork, you do final payment, you go through tips and tricks, and then you're off the world. What you want out of a good dog breeder is, we always tell people, if you have questions, email, text, call. We will help you no matter what with any questions after you take a puppy home, because that is the contract you have with us. It's not just buying a puppy. You're buying, hopefully, in theory, 12 to 15 years of advice from us if you want it and if you need it. So that is the importance of finding a good breeder that runs a good business. There are many kennels. There are many dog breeders. There aren't a lot of businesses. Find someone that's going to mesh with you, that's going to look at you as a valued customer and not just someone that's going to help buy a new four-wheeler. Now we're going to go off to the kennel and we're going to watch the puppy go home bath. After that, we will talk about tips for that first couple of weeks when you get the puppy home. And then we'll talk about the importance of making sure you have your dog up to speed prior to hitting the field. All that and more coming up after this. Welcome to the Whelping Box. We are in the 7th week of the litter. This is the Augusta litter, and these guys are going home. So once they're through all of their parasite protocol, they get all their shots, they get all their wormings, we scrub them up, and we have hour slots for people to come pick their puppies out for each litter. So this puppy is going home, and they're really excited. This is an exciting part of dog breeding, when you get to send the puppies home and you get to see all the happy, exciting families. And they're also a lot of work at this point because mom is gone and I am fully in charge of cleanup, feeding, and everything else. The other thing that we do, we will do a puppy interview. It's something that our Facebook page is known for, where we interview puppies, at least one of them. And it's called the Go Home Bath /interview. So with that said, we're sudsed up. We're ready. It's time for the interview. Hello, little puppy.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Good. What are you doing today?
I'm gonna meet my new family.
Gonna meet your new family. Are you excited?
Oh, yay.
Puppies are very exciting, and they get excited. They love seeing people. What are you most looking forward to today?
I want to meet lots of people and chew on their fingers and their shoes.
So you are a chewy little puppy.
Oh, no, the rest of the world is chewy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you look like you are very cleaned up and ready to go.
Oh, yes.
And you should be quite excited.
I am.
So you take care.
Yay.
Have a great day.
Okay, now let me finish my bath.
And finish your bath.
Okay, bye.
All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this Welcome to the Whelping Box series. We are now complete with the Augusta litter.
Goodbye.
If you love the shooting sports like I do, you need to check out our friends at Mech Outdoors. They have fantastic products, whether you're looking at shot shell or metallic reloading, or you want to get yourself a clay thrower so you can practice up for the season. For more information, check out their website at mechoutdoors.com.
Welcome to Boucher in Janesville, where customer service is our #1 priority.
Our customers come back to us because of the experience that we provide for them.
We're here to make sure that we find you the right car, one that fits your budget, and do so in a timely manner.
When we say we ride with you every mile, it means we care about you and how you are treated.
Estamos con personal que habla español en los departamentos de servicio y venta.
Our certified technicians are here to help you with all your service needs.
Visit us today at Boucher.com.
At Boucher, we ride with you every mile.
Welcome back to the show. I hope you enjoyed that puppy bath video. Again, one of the most popular things we've done in our business is the go home interview, sometimes with songs, sometimes just interviews, but always fun. Now, your tips section. When you take a puppy home, there are some important things you need to work on. Those all center around structure. Potty training, have a crate. We've talked about it in the past episodes. Have a crate where the puppy is in the crate when they're not supervised. That means during the day, they don't just run around like little idiots all day, going to the bathroom, having accidents when you're not paying attention to them. Put them in a crate for an hour. Take them outside when they come out. Take them outside. I carry them, take them to the same place in the yard. Tell them good dog when they go to the bathroom. Bring them back in. Let them frolic, but watch them. You can always tell when puppies are going to go to the bathroom. They are very particular. They sniff, they look, they find that perfect spot. If you think they are about to, you can run them back outside, let them go outside. If they do go to the bathroom in the house, you can chastise them, you can correct them, and then again, after correction, take them back outside to the same area so they start to put 2 and 2 together. After an hour out, if you have no accidents, put them in the crate. You do not have to take them outside before going in the crate because your crate is small enough so that it is going to have it where they want to not go to the bathroom in it. And then let them sit there for an hour, take them outside again, let them go to the bathroom, and you do the cycle throughout the day. Why throughout the day, you may ask? Well, your answer is if you first put a puppy into a crate when it is nighttime, they're going to go and flip holy heck. Why? Because they want to not be in the crate. You would much rather have that happen during the day when you're awake rather than when you're trying to sleep. If you do this battle during the day, even on the first day, you will have a puppy that understands that is their spot and they have to not throw a fit. If they do throw a fit, grab them by the muzzle, squeeze, tell them quiet, close the door back up. Repeat again and again and again until they understand it. The other thing we want to worry about is biting. Do not let puppies bite. It starts out as play biting. It turns into dominance and can be a problem. We have had dogs in the past where we get calls from people and we are told dogs have biting issues. Those are learned behaviors. They have to be corrected. How do you correct puppy biting? Swat them on the muzzle, grab their muzzle and squeeze. One of the two. How hard? It has to be discomfort. You have to have something that is mimicking dogs. When a puppy is biting another dog, they bite them on the muzzle. How hard? Hard enough so the puppy stops. So you have to think of that style or manner of talking to your dog when you have your puppy. It is, I constantly get calls from people who will say, well, I tried that and it didn't work. You have to repeat a little bit harder each time until you find that level that teaches the puppy, that sucks, I don't want that to happen again. But then also when the puppy is doing good things and interacting properly, love on them so that they understand. When I act this way, I get love. When I act this way, I get corrected. It's no different than how dogs act in a pack. Do not be the beta dog, be the alpha dog. It's very important. So those are your tips for when you get a puppy home. Get that structure started. Teach them the word no. Don't let them bite, and work on your potty training. That will get you well underway for your formal training that will start once you get at 6 months old, if you start to do your obedience with an e-collar or your hunting training. So I hope that helps. Next up, we're going to talk about the importance of getting that obedience and dog in shape prior to hitting hunting season. All that and more coming up after this. It's Jeff Fuller from the Sporting Dog Adventures podcast, and I need a little help. Please stop what you're doing and give us a 5-star rating. Follow us on the platform you're on. Give us a thumbs up. And above all, share our podcast with your friends and family. Our podcast will grow even more, and we can get more people involved in the sport we love with dogs in the field. The Sporting Dog Adventures podcast is proudly brought to you by Soggy Acres Retrievers. Whether you're looking for a black, yellow, or chocolate Labrador Retriever puppy, please check out our website for more information at www.soggyacres.com. You can also email Jeff at sportingdogtv@gmail.com or call 262-215-9683. And remember, everyone deserves a Soggy dog. Hey, welcome back to the show. Before you hit the field, you need to work with your dogs. It is incumbent on you with dogs to have them so that they're 1, in shape and 2, under control. Importance of having a dog under control: safety, having the hunt be a good hunt, making sure that they're going to do their job. These are all things that you have to do prior to getting your dogs out and working with your dogs and then having a successful hunt. If you have issues where your dog is breaking or vocal, I would work on that outside of the hunt. If you have it where they're just rusty, work with it outside of the hunt. You will see your deficiencies in your dog when you get them out in the field. I got to see that firsthand this year. Took my dog Memphis out. She hadn't been duck hunting in 5 years. My boys are running the HRC Grand, so my two hunting dogs are busy and not available. So I got one off the couch, literally, my dog Memphis, and she was fine in the blind. She wasn't watching the birds fall, so we had to go out and show her the birds. And about half of the birds, she did you can pick that one up. So now, after we saw that, brought her back. I've been working with her and getting her ready for our big duck season. That was during teal season. I will get calls this time of year where people will want to drop dogs off for full trainings. Can you do it in 3 weeks, 4 weeks before hunting season? And their problems are related to repeatedly having them out and having them with performance issues season after season. They're not fixable in 3 weeks. It is something that they have to work on way ahead of time. But even if you have a dog that is trained and doing great, you still should work with them on their steadiness, work with them on picking up birds, work with them on handling if you have a dog that handles, so that they are really ready for that upcoming season. So again, work with your dog prior to taking them out hunting. If you see issues in hunting, pull them back, work with them, get them ready for the field before you hunt with them again. Those would be my tips for you as you get toward the season. It is fall. Well, almost fall. I guess technically, for me, it's fall. After Labor Day's fall. But it is that time of year we all wait for. It is duck season almost in Wisconsin. We have 1 more week until it opens in my area, and I am very excited. I hope everyone enjoys their dogs and time in the field. Get out there, hunt with your family, hunt with your kids especially. Cherish this time with them. Trust me, you can never get these days back. Have a great season and continue to watch the Sporting Dog Adventures show. Thank you again so much for watching the Sporting Dog Adventures podcast. I'm again your host, Jeff Fuller from Soggy Acres Retrievers. Everyone have a great week. God bless.
Sporting Dog Adventures, run, boy, run. Everything you need is here under the sun.